And
So really quickly, when I was in 8th grade, Barb and I shared a bedroom, and everybody else was gone and married, except for Debbie and Pat. And I was hemming a dress on Mother and Dad's bed, and I, 8th grade, take the pins out, stick them in Mom's bedspread. There was probably, I don't know, at least a dozen or more.
17, I remember Dad saying 17.
So I take my skirt or dress or whatever it was, and later on in the night, Barb and I were in the bedroom talking away before bed, and all of a sudden the door flies open. Dad goes, "I hope you're proud of yourself.
You just stuck your mother with
You
17
just stuck
pins.
your mother with 17 pins," and at first I didn't even register. I thought, what's he talking about?
I know, I didn't know anything about it.
And then it dawned on me, and I said, "Oh, I'm sorry." I thought, "Oh God, am I gonna get grounded or something?" So. Anyway, he slammed the door, and then you and I started laughing. We put our
I
hands
knew
on the pillow
nothing
to
about
laugh,
it,
so he
and-
wouldn't hear us laughing.
Yeah, and we started laughing because, you just stuck your mother with 17 pins. I'm like, we've been in the bedroom. We didn't.
I know. What are you talking about?
Is that like a voodoo thing?
Yeah, that's what it sounded like.
And really quickly, one more thing, and then I'm done. This one, I'm a junior in high school, and we shared a bedroom there. Barbara's already gone and
I
married,
was married.
and it's dark in the bed, and all of a sudden she says, "Mare." I said, "What?" And she said, "I think I might be pregnant." She was serious. I'm 16, so she's
11.
11. And I just started laughing. I said, "You're not pregnant? What are you talking about?" And I forget who's told you that if you like a boy,
Well,
you
see,
can
same
get
thing.
pregnant.
Probably Joanne or
Yeah.
Joanne again.
So
wait a minute. If you like a boy, what?
you'll get pregnant.
You'll get pregnant.
I had a crush on Pat Higgins.
Yes.
I was scared to death I was pregnant.
She really thought she was going to be pregnant.
I've never heard this.
I hadn't
And
heard
also
that.
her, I said, "You are not pregnant. Trust me." That's it for me.
I haven't, when Marianne and I shared a room one night, we were falling asleep, and all of a sudden you started with, "Dang me, dang me.
Are you serious?
Take a rope and hang me." I had never even heard the song yet. And I thought, what is she talking about?
Never heard Jimmy Dean?
I hadn't heard the song yet. It was brand
That
new.
would make me
She had already heard it, but she started singing it. And
That's funny. I don't remember that.
yeah, I just started cracking up. It was so
Oh,
funny.
gosh. Oh.
That was
Was she
Roger
sleep
Miller's.
singing?
That's right.
Roger Miller's
Yeah, I
song,
thought it
"Dang
was
Me,
Singing in
Dang
my
Me."
sleep.
Yeah.
You weren't asleep yet, but you
Oh.
started.
I was
Oh
thinking
my
it was
God.
Jimmy Dean, but it's Roger Miller.
It was Roger
Roger
Miller.
Miller. Yeah.
Yeah, it was so funny.
That is funny.
Yeah,
What
me-
year do you think that was?
Well, it was before I was married, so you were probably when I was at AR and you were in junior high.
Oh my God.
But I had never heard the song before, and but when she
Yeah.
started singing it, I thought, what is she talking about? Dang me.
Well, she and I would wake up holding hands.
Well, we did too.
Oh,
You and I woke up holding hands.
my God.
Well, when Debbie,
They're very close.
when we shared a room before I was married and left, we've all shared rooms with each
Yeah.
other throughout.
Debbie
the
was
years.
the
never had a
wanderer.
I know.
until
we were-
all
She was
but
the wanderer.
Yeah.
We never woke up holding hands, but you were always wrapped around my stomach. Your leg would be on.
Well,
your
that's-
back.
yeah.
Yeah, I did the same
Because
with
you were a
I did the
baby.
same thing in
Yeah.
San Lorenzo with you. We'd all wrap up each other. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We only shared a room for a short time, but we had bunk beds.
bunk beds. Yeah, yeah.
I was on
We did.
top.
Well, I remember when you were gone, I thought, yeah, I get my own room finally. Because you were together. And then Dad goes, "No, a boy needs his own room."
Oh.
So then you and I went together.
Well, that makes sense. That's
It does.
Dad.
It
You
does,
know?
yeah.
Right.
That's when I got my own room.
That's when you got your own room because you were the
And
boy.
you have my pillow.
I do?
Yes, I ran away from home.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you, no, my pillow. My brown striped one. That was yours. I saw it one day and I said, "Pat, that's my pillow. That was my
It
pillow."
wasn't my
growing up."
Lindell, but Mike
No,
Lindell.
no.
My
And
So-
he said, "No, it's my pillow." I said, "I know it's your pillow because I left it when I left."
See, I don't really remember that. I think I was probably.
You were two.
Yeah, I was pretty
Yeah.
young.
Well, I just want to say that we actually had the best parents in the whole world.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Sure
And
did.
we had the best years growing up
Yeah,
with
we did.
all the siblings
We're
and our mom and
blessed.
dad.
We're
We were
blessed.
totally blessed with, we had a wonderful
That's
life.
what we were.
Yeah.
I remember on Crimson Court when they were living there, I was having my doubts just about Christianity, God, just all this. And I said, "Dad, how do you know Jesus is real? What, you know, what makes your faith be so strong? And he said, well, honey girl, there's a lot more proof that he is
Then there
he
isn't. Yes.
Oh,
And
Yeah.
I just love that.
What a wise answer.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
that's
where's
so-
Crimson Court?
Harvard.
It's where they lived at the.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. Okay.
That's where Mom died, eh?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Auburn. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. The last days.
Well, I
Yeah.
hope that all of our children got some laughs out of this whole thing, and we love all of you kids very
Yeah.
much,
And
and
Pat, you want
want
to
you
tell
to have a good,
about
wonderful
Mom?
life as
You
well.
want me to tell that story about
Yeah.
the camper?
This is
Okay.
a cute story.
Yeah, I mean, it's not very funny, but she wants me to tell the story of my mom. But Dad had a pickup truck with a camper. Remember that? Back then we had it was, what was it called? The dairy, Carmichael Dairy, Gibson.
Gibson.
Yeah, Gibson Dairy.
It was
Yeah.
on Gibson one.
Right.
line.
Yeah. Right.
Is it Gibbons?
Gibbons,
Gibbons.
Yeah,
that's
that's
it.
it.
Yeah.
So we used to get, you know,
fresh milk.
fresh milk and we delivered at our doorstep, right?
Mhm.
Back then, but Mom would go there every now and then. Well, she forgot the camper was on the top of the truck and they had an overhang and she drove in and smacked the camper.
Right
destroyed
off.
their
Collapsed the
overhang.
whole thing.
Yeah.
You know the story I love, Pat, that you told years ago, and the way you tell it's so funny. You and Dad were holding some long aluminum sheet, and you were trying to
Oh, yeah.
walk with it, but it kept buckling, and Dad was getting all mad
Oh, he was furious.
because it
yeah.
was buckling.
Well, he was getting older and it was very heavy and it was very awkward. We were buying all this sheet metal, real thick sheet metal too, because we were going to build a duck blind. I got a piece of property, a contact with, they said, hey, go ahead and put your own duck blind in there, or your blind in there. You guys can hunt ducks there all you want, just for us. So we were getting the metal and we were bringing it to the welder, and you know, it's from here to that wall, which is probably, you know, 15 feet or so. Well, it's really heavy. I mean, I was a senior in high school, working out pretty hard and everything, and it was hard for me to lift. And Dad
Oh,
was,
yeah. That was Jack LaLanne days.
yeah, Dad was
Yeah.
older by that time. So,
Yeah.
you know, it got to where he kept dropping it, you know, so then I started dragging it, and that really made him mad. His ego was really hurt, yeah.
Yeah.
So we got out to the car and the truck, and we have to lay it down now, right? And he had the part that you put on the tailgate, and every time we put it on the tailgate, it would buckle, fall to the ground.
That's a seagull.
And I'm on the back side. I said, here, let's
Yeah.
trade. You come back here and I'll, no, you know, Dad.
Yeah.
I won't even repeat the language he was using. He was so mad. He tried it 5 or 6 times, and finally I just couldn't hold it anymore. I was laughing so hard, and he got so mad. He F it, and he went and sat in the passenger seat. These guys were sitting in a car,
Oh.
watching the whole thing, laughing. They came out and helped me load
But,
it. Dad didn't talk to me
He was
for
so
the whole
proud.
drive home.
God
He was so
love
mad. Because I was laughing because he didn't lift it.
well, I do have that little story about Dad when he bought the little fishing boat. And he brought it home, and he wanted to make sure it didn't leak. So he put it in the pool, but he was inside the boat, but he wanted me to hold, I don't know where he thought
I
it was
have a
going to
picture of
go.
that.
I have a picture. I have a
Yeah.
picture.
Yeah.
I was
I've
trying
seen
to
that
get ready
picture,
for
yeah.
work,
Yeah.
and he kept saying, no, come out
And
here,
you're
you
in your
gotta.
bathrobe.
I'm in my bathrobe and slippers
Yeah.
and holding onto this rope. Where did he think he was going to float? I mean, the pool wasn't, you know.
Skimmer or something.
I don't know. It was going to go down the skimmer, yeah, in this big boat. But he just wanted to make sure it didn't have any leaks in it. And I have this picture. Maybe Mom took the picture. I don't know who
She
did.
probably did.
Of him sitting in the boat. And he's got this big grin on his face, and I'm holding the rope so that he won't float away.
I
Like,
remember
where
the
we
picture.
go.
You're just standing like
I'm
this.
just standing there. I'm like, I have to get ready for work.
Yeah.
That was so funny.
But he did love his boats.
Oh, he loved his
And
boats.
a cute story too with you and your motorhome friends, I think, when you
Oh gosh, yeah.
tell that. That's the
Yeah,
sweetest.
we were down at Tower Park in our motorhome. We had Mom and Dad with us, and all of our friends had boats, but we were going to actually leave and take them. Mom wanted to go to the ocean. So we were going to take her to Bodega so she could see the ocean. Dad wanted to stay there And anyway, we had planned on leaving. So we were saying goodbye to our friends, and they had all these boats. And one of the fellas said, "Oh, hi, come on." So Dad starts getting on his boat, and he goes, "Well, he said I could come." And I said, "But Dad, we're leaving. We're on our way to." Anyway, he wanted